Hello everyone, hello everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Lane. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's somewhere down here. Hit that bell so you can be notified of when a video is posted. I thank you guys so much for, following me on this journey and I thank you. I thank you. We are the Just Bees. So let's, you know, get it going. You start your YouTube journal, you're just being who you are because God sees you. He knows who you are. Ask Him to reveal you to you. You start learning who you are in Him because you are dynamic, you are wonderful, you are brilliant, you are blessed. So let's get this Just Be going. Just who we are for them. You know, the best thing I have done was say, God, reveal me to me. And He has been doing it. And I love it. I love it. You know, will I tell you that some days it may be difficult for me to be like, ooh, yeah, girl, you got to do better in that area. Yeah, but I love the fact that, okay, I see it, I do it, and then I apply it. And that's wonderful. I am finding out that, you know, I'm more put together than I thought. You know, I sit here and I have multiple, like, journals and everything throughout the house. Multiple journals. And stuff that I had written back in 2018, 2017, 2016. I'm like, God, I was saying this stuff when I had, and I'm being real here, when I had minimal communication with you and a little bit of a relationship with you. And yet you are blessing me and still staying with me, so I thank you. And now it's like I'm building my relationship up with Him. And yes, it comes with work. But why is it that I feel so much included in this than before? And you want to know why that is? And you want to know why that's going to be for you? Because you are showing up and doing the work. Whereas though before it was like that dry faith of, oh yeah, thank you Jesus, oh yeah, He got me, and all of that. And it was like, girl, if you actually tap into me and you actually put all of you in me and trust me and let me go forth in you, you're going to be dynamic. You're going to grow. You're going to be awesome. You already are, but you're going to see it and know it for yourself. And you're going to see it the way I see it and the way I am doing it for you. You know, we will count ourselves short. And you want to know why that is? Because we're not good counters. And I had to tell that to myself. Oh, you're not a good counter. You did not count. You wanted to count up all of this stuff. But yet you never once asked God how He sees you. So I've been asking Him, how do you see me, God? Can you reveal to me how you see me? What is my worth in you? And He's been showing me, girl, you've been strong. You just couldn't see it because you had blockers up. I'm taking the blockers down now. So it's amazing that things that I put up, He literally is like breaking and shattering off and out of me. Because I seen, like, it's a blueprint of things that I've been asking God to do in my life. But it was like we tried asking Him. And now it's like the seed was planted. I am watering it by doing the work. And literally, it's sprouting up. I'm starting to see a harvest. And that's amazing. That is amazing. Every day is different for me. Every day really is different for me. I will tell you this, I'm blessed in it all. I am so grateful in it all. even when it may be some difficult times. It's the push that I gotta keep on doing. I gotta keep on being persistent, and I gotta keep on being um, moving forward. I gotta keep on moving forward. I had to keep on going through. Don't give up. So a lot has been coming to me about writing, writing on the wall, and I have to make sure I do it because I haven't been really writing in books lately because I come on here and this is like my journal for me. But God is also saying, it is right in front of your face. I need you to write it out. Continue to write. Yes, you are voicing it out through YouTube, your podcast. You know, I put this up on all social media stuff that I have for the Just Be Audrey Lane. But it's like, girl, I need you to write more to me. It's like a love letter. And really it is, because I write literally everything out. It's a Dear God letter. It's how I communicate with him. And I was reading one of my journal things I put in, you gotta communicate more with him. You gotta actually communicate more with him. Hopefully I can be able to find it, but I'm going to talk until I find it. So I'll be looking down for a little bit. It was, empty calories. So empty calories is one of the things that I was putting, that I'm just eating emptiness. I'm eating things that's not beneficial. I am like eating words that don't matter, things that don't pertain to me, but I feel like, okay, let me, get this and soak this up. And God was saying, you are eating empty calories. This doesn't pertain to you. You got to stay away from it. So I was sitting here as I was going through some stuff, because I was like, Lord have mercy, empty calories. And I want to say I may have started writing that one out, because that could have been one of the Bible study ones my pastor was doing. But I also was in the midst of this at one point was like my food journal of what I would write things out, but then I stopped it and bought a different one. But I had already had some stuff written into it, and I just took over it as my Bible study, and then my book I take to church to write a lot of things out. And then I also do a lot of spiritual connector things through Facebook, which is amazing, because I touch base with a lot of people through watching them through Facebook. I mean, through YouTube in Facebook. And I was trying to sit here and this may be the one. Oh, it's talking about, if you concentrate, if you are passionate, if you start chasing after me, you'll know that there are different levels to me. Get your mind in the perspective of gaining a passionate relationship with me. Get crazy for me, Audrey Lynn. Where I am taking you and moving you, I need you to gain self-love. Where he is taking us, guys, we got to gain self-love. We have to make sure that we have the self-love, because it's how he sees us. He sees us, so he's going to put it down in us for us to see it for ourselves, for us to see who we are. I was trying to communicate with him about, like, I'm asking you to transform me and change my mind and change my thinking and have me be strong in you. And all along I've been writing this down, and he's like, I can write back points of, I can see points that I have written where he was like, girl, you are strong in me. Stop, your communication is getting better. I am transforming you into my image. Devote yourself to me. Pray to me. Talk with me. Set aside time and communicate with me. Take it seriously. Put it as your priority. I have an important position in you. I am first in your life. Put me first in your life. And this actually, it is amazing because it ties along with my first lady. She had did a Bible study on the naturalness of God, the naturalness in making sure you know, apply him into your life. Don't just sit there and say, oh, you have him, but then you're not really applying him in. So we have to make sure that we don't just talk about him, that we apply him in everything we do. And I had to do that again, like I was just saying, for today, because I've been finding out when we are invested in God and we start putting in the work, things want to come up in our heads that will kind of get us out of it and get us distracted, and we gotta let it not be. We have to let it not be. We have to use our words to start going right into prayer and going into devotion with him, because I find like little things that'll pop up in my head. I literally had to say, God, please take this away from me. And I had to do that today because it was called for. And wasn't really going through anything. No one, you know, I don't let things kind of, you know, people get on my nerves or things get in my head. But when they do, I instantly have to go into God, remove it, so I can go forth and grow. So I can go forth and do him. I'm sitting here and I really need to look at it, but when I tell you I love my journal, it makes me want to get back into physically writing in the book. I am still going to come on here with you guys because it's a journal for me, and I hope that it touches the one, even if it touches just the one, that you will see the value you have in yourself, that you are valued, that God has you. There's a purpose for you. Everything you have gone through, everything you are going through, you better know that you are valued. You are worth a lot. I was just saying, God, purify me. And the purification thing of that fire and burning off things and getting things out and getting things off of you. It's like, for some odd reason, I was reading it in Revelations 2 or 3, I'm not sure, but I was reading it and it was like, I'm purifying you, I'm turning you into the finest of gold, the finest of glory for me. And I was sitting here like, Lord Jesus. So them rough, hot moments, them moments of like what is going on, I know for me, I don't need to try to figure them out, because that is a head game of me trying to figure out something that is going to take my focus off of what really needs to be done, and that is going into God's word and him and I, you know, doing it together, because I make sure that I have to keep him in my life, and like I wrote before, keep him first. Hmm. What he is, that is good. What he is getting us ready for, we have no clue. You have no clue what he is getting you prepared for. Get ready to receive it by showing him your heart, because he sees it, but he wants to see your work in it. I'm looking like I have like so many back-to-back notes and so many back-to-back journals. And literally when I read them, I already see that when I had little faith, when I did little to nothing work, God was still blessing me in them. And now that I am putting in my work in full fledged, going in like I am going in, I already know that I have to prepare my mind and my heart to stay in gratitude and thanksgiving and humbleness for where he's doing, because I look at it like, God, you blessed me with that when I was doing basically nothing. And here it is, I am going forth in you. But God, please equip me with everything you need me to have for where you are taking me. And I have wrote that down in here. That God, I need it. I need it. We are getting ready. Get yourself ready for where God is taking you. I am grateful. I am grateful that literally everything that my life is going through right now is really getting me geared up for where he is taking me. Even through, like, the craziness of, COVID, the kids being homeschooled basically. Um, I just was like, oh Lord, this is a lot. How are we going to do it? Like, I don't know how it's going to be done. It still was able to be done. And I see, a lot of things. Uh, One, COVID revealed a lot of things to me. It revealed to me that you have to be ready in life for things that may be coming your way. You have to make sure you stock your barn. And stocking your barn is making sure you go and you put God in everything, and you place his word deep rooted in your heart. I want to make sure that I speak out on the suffering when I tell you that sometimes it is a suffering point for me. Why am I so happy and why am I so grateful in this suffering? And that is a real question. So if any of you guys who know, and I would love, I'm definitely going to ask my pop, I'm definitely going to ask him, how is it in this suffering that I feel so good in? And I would like to say it is because I am doing work. I'm doing work for my soul. I'm doing work with God so that I can really truly be saved. So I can really, really Not just go to heaven, but stay there. I be wanting to say sometimes like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. But I've said it before. It's hard out there living for Christ. But one thing I honestly say, it's so peaceful at the same time for me because it serves a purpose. It serves a purpose. The word whole has been coming to me. Whole and hold. Whole, WHOLE, and hold, HOLD. You're whole. You're going to be made whole because God is going to do things in your life beyond what you're asking, beyond what you're praying for, beyond, because this is the difference for me of asking and praying. Because I find when I ask for stuff, that is more so my selfish wants. But when I pray, it is a gratitude need, and it's not selfish because I feel like it's more so of me basically saying, God, your will, not mine. And also I find I pray for others. But I definitely would like to know more about the suffering. Because it's like, I did write down some questions, and I want to say this was from a Bible study of how do you know when you're suffering. And it's where you suffer because there is a gift down on the side of you, Audrey Lane, that has to come up. But you have to suffer to get these things up out of you that is not of God. You have to get things that will hinder you and stop you from growing and making a progress. God is fulfilling what he needs in you. He is filling you up. Just be grateful for this process. Remember, the darker the light, the brighter your morning. This journey carries a lot of weight for you, Audrey Lane, so you can't quit now. Don't let it overturn you. Don't let it have you fall. And if you do fall, get back up. Pick up and keep on pressing and keep on moving. Because remember, failure is temporary. But if you quit, that is permanent. And you don't want to quit. Be a warrior. Remember, quitting is not an option. Winners don't quit. Winners win. And they remain with a humble heart. The victory is yours. You have to fight. You have to press. You have to keep on going forward. Keep the faith in Jesus. You better rise up, girl, and walk. So we have to rise up and walk. We have to keep on going forward. It may be times where it's hard, it may be difficult, but I've been finding that I gotta call on his name, and I gotta sit there and keep on calling on it, and it's been wonderful. I know that there may be ups and downs, but I have to stay grateful in it all. You have to stay grateful in it all. Don't let emotions get you and trick you into thinking that this is too much. Anything worth living for, and we know that's God, is going to be hard. It's going to be a battle. But remember, our souls are at risk, and we can't afford to lose them. How about this? We only know a little bit of what our souls would be like if we were to continue being in some wrong, crazy, messed up stuff. And the reason why I say it like that is because even with all I went through, I literally only know a little bit of it. But I want to tell you, it's going to be hell to pay for you if you continue going down deep roads towards your land. And even you out there, literally, we can't afford to lose our souls and be in misery. I want to go to a place that is so made for me that when I come in, I am loved from the door. I don't have to convince anyone. We don't have to convince someone to love us, to like us, to help us, to be with us. I am so grateful because, man, even though we have a choice in life, I say this, that I don't have a choice. And you know why I don't have a choice? Because I don't want to open up doors that I know where they're going to lead to. So I tell myself, you ain't got no choice but to stay in God. You know why? Because your old stinking flesh stuff is going to cause you to deteriorate and go down and rotten. And you didn't seen it before. You didn't seen what hell looked like. You really had. So why in the heck would you give yourself a choice? Don't give yourself no choice. Don't give yourself a choice to stay in a life because it's all you know is something that you were either born into, all your family does it, your friends, you feel so lonely. Be alone. Be alone. Because I know for me, God has told me I need you alone because I need to be your first and only. I need you to focus on in me. So where you think you are lonely, you are not alone. I'm here with you, child. Open up your eyes and open up your heart because God is with you. Don't worry about actually seeing physical people. Man, when I tell you, I love my relationship with Him. And I'm only at the tip of it. I'm only at the tip of it. And when I say the tip of it, it's like an iceberg. All the depth of it is down at the bottom. So I want to make sure my foundation is solid. I want to make sure that my growth in Him is solid. I want to put in the work because I want to go to a place that is made for me. I have so much gratitude for God because my life has not been some pretty little thing. But then I had to tell myself, your life is pretty, and you want to know why? Because every little thing you have went through and have gone through, regardless of how you got there, whether you caused it or a situation or a circumstance, the one thing remains is God was there through it all. So we have to know that it doesn't matter our lifestyle of what we were born into, a family of whatever, alcoholics, drug abusers, mental abuse, physically abusers, any of that, being in any type of relationship like that. We have to know that we are blessed. We have to know that we are loved. One, I know that I am held in a warmthness, in a wetness that literally God gets my attention, and whew, He gets my attention, and He gets me to vote in more, because it's like I want to spend more time in you. I need to spend more time in you. I want to go forth and grow in you, God. I want to know that I am better. So with me asking God to reveal me to me, I've been asking Him lately, who am I? Show me who I am to you. Put what you know that I am down inside of me. And help me to be okay with it. Help me to know that it's a great thing for me. It's a wonderful thing. Because it's you, not me. I am happy in a lot of ways that I don't go off of these weird, crazy emotions that I have to pray often and pray and ask Him to God, remove this from me. Remove it for me. Get it up out of me. God, stop that. Stop my mind from going off. And He does. Because my mind will go off and drift off into a place that it doesn't need to be in. One, we have to make sure that we don't devalue ourselves. It is time to stop that. You are of value. And you want to know how you are of value? The fact that you get up every day and you can breathe and go forth and do and move and walk and see and hear. The things that we take for granted. You better know that's a gift from God. When I tell you we are made for something, that God has a gift, and an individual gift for you, He does. All of this right now that I am going through, I literally am no longer on dry ground. That the seed was planted, and now all of this is the watering process, and the watering process, and the watering process, and I already feel a sprout up. I'm going into my harvest season, and I'm going into it with God. It's your will, not mine. So however you want this harvest to go for you, which is me, you do it. I love the fact that I know nothing about what He is doing for me. I don't want to know. I know it's greatness. And I'm going to leave it as that. We are so much more. I mean, you are so much more. I just put not that long ago, your worth, your worth, your worth. You are worth something. You better know it. I want to put together, okay, the just be, the just be and who you are. You are someone. We are someone. We are. So I really love this journal process for me, and even though I haven't really been physically writing in my book, I'm about to go back to start charting and doing all of that, because I am seeing things that I have written down years ago being manifested today. And it's like, wow, God, you know, write it down. It says it in His Word. Write it down. Where is it? Habakkuk 2. I want to say, write it down. I know we'll probably have it in here. No, it's back here. But yeah, we have to write it down. And God will manifest it, and He will put it in our lives when He sees fit. And when I tell you, okay, so I've been having like this toss up and down about, God, am I only motivating myself here because I get so much up out of this, of coming on and talking out and sharing out with you guys. But remember, I said it's about, even if it's the one soul, I got the message up because it's been someone commenting, and I'm like, man, what this person has been writing down and encouraging me, I have to, like, God, you get it. You get the glory. To the point of, thank you for removing me. Thank you for you, like, getting Audrey Lane out of the way and growing me and having me in your hands. When we gotta not let the enemy try to get in our heads and not let ourselves get in our heads. Because I was, so I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself. Don't get me wrong, I love them. And I was like, well, maybe I should go about doing my videos and my journal like this. Or I should say things like that. And I had to stop. Because that wouldn't have been Audrey Lane. That wouldn't have been you, girl. That's not who you are. When God sees fit to change your speech and to rope you into another area and shift you, then you go. But for right now, I want to truly say, I was like, that's not me. To the point, I thought I was going to try to practice something in the mirror, and then when I was like, why? That's not who you are. You're trying to be you. And you're having a difficult time being that. So why would you take on something to do what? To start masking and forgetting about who you're trying to be in yourself, who God has you to be. So just be you, Audrey Lane. You don't need to worry about the tone of your voice or how you bring forth your message and how you bring forth everything, because that's not you. Stay who you are. You're still learning who you are, and I am grateful for that. 40 years old and all, I am grateful to be finding out who Audrey Lane is. So don't try to bring anyone else into who you are. I love the fact of, okay, so back up a little bit. Two of my nieces, one of them gets a whole crack up thing of my wink. I always winked. When I would wink before, it wasn't really a nasty type wink. My wink was always been because it was like, you know, I see you. But it is so funny how I do it now, because how I see myself now is like really amazing. I used to talk with her like, yeah, but you don't really get my wink, you don't get it. But I never told her really fully why of it. And I need to call her because she just had a baby, but I gotta call her. But my wink in everything that I do is, girl, you're seen. You're seen. And more importantly, you're seeing yourself. You are worth more. And for you guys out there, I see you. When you put your comments and everything in, I see you. I see them. Make sure you literally, we want to do a to God be the glory in every comment thing that you do. Because I don't want it. Man, I don't want it. Only one person deserves that, and that's God. I don't want it. I appreciate you guys coming on and following the process of me finding who I am, and you actually finding who you are too. We are celebrating one another. I hope that this is giving you where you're like, dang, I am someone. I have someone inside of me that I don't even know, but I want to get her up and out of me, and I want to find out who I am. You are someone. God sees you. He knows who you are. And you want to know who you are too, because He is putting it in us. He is revealing us. Man, the one thing I don't want to be is not myself. So even today I had a little instance where I had to say, you know what, you're going into old behaviors and you don't want to be that person anymore. So shut your mouth. And I had to shut my mouth and ask God, please come in. You don't go into that behavior, guys. We have to be cautious, because I see it. Whereas though before it was like a pull the string in the back. Oh no! Until I get every last thing out, I'm going to keep saying no. I don't want to do it. I don't want that life, because it's not really a life. It wasn't for me. It was stagnant and keeping me in one spot. You could try to be proven right and right all you want and say I'm right in this situation, and you'll be right along. Alone. I don't want to be. And in one of my journals, I had put in here, and I don't know kind of if I got it from Bible study or one of the channels I watch. And hopefully I find it. but it is, if you want to move fast, you move alone. If you want to move in purpose, you move together. And it was something like that. I don't know if I worded it just like that, and I'm not quite sure where I got it from, but I did get it, and it's in here. I'll find it another time. But yeah, it's gonna bother me. I gotta find it for you guys. I think I may have it. Yep. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far and in purpose, go together. So I say to us, we are creative. We are amazing. We are worthy. We can come on here and we can be the Just Bees, and we can go forth together and grow and celebrate one another. No one has to step on each other's toes. No one has to worry about the beat down of you're not doing something right. How somebody gonna tell you you're not doing you right? Only God can do that. And you cannot let yourself play a head game with you that you're not. Trust me, when you are building a relationship with God, like I would say, I'm new at building it. Not just saying I'm his child, because we all his children, but building a relationship with him. I can say that it is so worthily investing my time in him. I can say it is so worth it, because it helps me with the fact of I will do forth in him and go forth in him, and make sure Audrey Lane is literally, being filled up. And I wanted to word that differently, but it came out like that. A lot of the times I was saying, it's very loud in a crowded house when God wants you to be lonely. It is loud, and you know why that is for me? It is loud because God wants you to know that you have to, even in that quiet loneliness thing, you're not alone. I'm with you, child. So I have to quiet your mind. So it is going to be loud, because I need you to be still and be quiet, because I'm going to help you in this silence and in this loneliness. I'm going to help you and shift you, so even though it may sound loud for now, it won't always be like that. I need this loudness to be, this lonely loudness for you to be like that, because I need you to know that you are still, you are calm, you are cool, you are collected, because I am here with you. I am sitting up on you. I am in here with you. You don't need that kind of loudness that you're used to, that loud noise. You popping off and hollering and screaming, going forth, and you doing that fake conversation and that fake laugh and all of that stuff. No, be real. You can be real. You can sit quietly and be okay and be fine. I noticed that my conversations with people and what I have and what I open up and talk with people now in a true conversation with them, not a fake one. And I'm learning to actually listen within them conversations. Man, I thank God for change. I do. I thank Him so much for change. I said it, not that long ago. And I kind of apply it to myself of, being rejected and people like casting you out and everything. There was a reason why God put me alone. And I'm saying it like this. In a barn. I was birthed in a barn by myself, just like Mary and Joseph, cast out of what they thought they would be in, when God was like, nope, I want to birth you, Audrey Elaine, by yourself in a barn where it's just you and I. And I'm going to send people to help you, to offer up gifts to you. Now, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but I will say this. I thank Him for the renewing of my mind and the birth of things, of the birth of, you know what? Now you want to see yourself and your self-worth, and you're going to be present in me. You're going to be a present for me. And that's amazing for me. So I make sure that I thank Him a lot. I make sure, a lot of people say, all you do is talk about God. If I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you, but hey, my talk now, yes, it's totally different. A real deep, in-depth talk. I thank God for it. You better know that you're worth something. That if all you do is talk about Him and have Him on the forefront of your mind, that is a wonderful thing. Because you're definitely on the forefront of His. Don't you deserve that? Don't you deserve that? Where someone is always thinking of you? And doesn't He deserve where you're always thinking of Him and doing Him? This is weird because I was supposed to been say this, but it is, put your trust in God and remain in Him. He wants you alone because He wants to birth you. He wants to birth something in you, Audrey Elaine. This period of loneliness is the best period of your life because it is so searching. It lets God know that you are ready and willing to go do the job He wants you to do. Be alone, guys, so that this way you really can focus at the task that He needs you to do. You don't need distractions. We can't afford to have none. And how about this? This alone period will have us recognize distractions coming up. Whether it's people, places, or things. Or even ourselves. Because I have to often say that to myself, not today. Or don't you think like that? Nope, guys, I love you. I really do. You know I do. And I don't just say it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you going through this journey with me and going through this journey with yourselves and you finding out who you are is wonderful. You better give God the glory because he truly deserves it. So I say it to you one more time. I love you. Audrey Lane, I love you. Whoever you are out there, I love you. I love you, God. I truly do. So let me do how you do. I love you. I love you. I truly do. I love you, Audrey Lane. More importantly, I love you, God. You guys have a great evening. Today is July 2nd, 2021. I will be back on with you guys tomorrow. And I probably will definitely be on with you guys in the morning because your girl here is off tomorrow due to the holiday. So I am going to get up and get my house in order. I gotta do some removing of things that I just don't need here. And I want to anoint my home down again. It's the beginning of the month for me, and I gotta get anything that's not like him up out of here. So I thank you guys for subscribing to Just Be Audrey LA. Hit that bell so you can get the notifications of when another video is up for you guys. I love you. Have a great night, and I will be with you again. Bye now.